Talking about science is actually very similar to writing about science, but today we'll talk about a few of the different avenues that you can see science videos and people communicating science in social media and other media forms besides just writing about it. So the principles are going to be similar to what we had talked about with the principles for writing for a non-science audience. The first and the most important is to know your audience. Who do you want to listen to you? Are they students? Are they older? Are they kids? Do they have a lot of time? Do they have a little time? You want to be human. Your job when you're communicating science, especially in an oral form, is not to come across as stuffy and cold, but show why you care. Show passion and enthusiasm for your topic. You want to be relatable. Being funny also helps here. And you want to invert your style. So for researchers, we always start with a little bit of background, and then we give a lot of supporting details, and then we spend the majority of our time talking about our result and our conclusion. For the public, you want to flip that around. You want to start by telling them the bottom line. What did you find? What are your results? What are your conclusions? You then want to give a medium amount of so what, why should I care, those background information, and then you want to give supporting details at the very end. So you want to think about reversing what you are normally talking about. You want to use appropriate visuals. Music can help, memes can help, things to hook in your audience. You want to know your media avenues. So are you using Twitter, or are you using TikTok, are you using Instagram? All of those will be different. And for these things, you don't want to overwhelm your audience with a sea of numbers. So you want to kind of use data sparingly and just to kind of drive home a point, as opposed to making data the bulk of your story. When you're writing for a scientist, data is the bulk of your story. But when you're talking about science to a non-scientist, this is where things get a little different. So I'm going to go through the different media avenues, the social media first, and then I'll show you examples of scientists who are doing a good job in these different avenues. So for Twitter, you want to keep it short. Usually you can include a visual, like a meme works really well. Twitter is all about the hashtags. That's how you communicate and link with other people. And you want to be engaged and comment and start a community discussion. For Instagram, this is where it really is all about the visuals. You can also use hashtags and engage in comments, but you want to have an eye-catching picture or video to hook someone as they're just mindlessly scrolling through. YouTube is better for long form. So this is where you want to tell a more in-depth science story. And you can also aim for a specific audience. There's been a huge growth in science YouTube videos for kids, especially kids who are doing virtual school and need that extra science curriculum. And so if you have more to say, if you want to take more time, you want to show a full experiment, this is where you want to put things on YouTube. And then finally, science TikTok is relatively new, short, very funny videos are going to be kind of the key here, and you want to keep it relevant. So what I'll now do is I'm going to go through a few of these avenues that I think work really well. So adjust this here. We're going to start with my favorite science Twitter person. Now, MC Hammer, as you know, not a trained scientist, but MC Hammer is perfect at science Twitter. So he engages it with some other tweets, but he does things like this, right? This is a science paper about lineage analysis in the vertebrate pituitary. So this is development. So he'll tweet out the main picture and then a little blurb about like key science articles. And it is phenomenal because his audience, he has got a lot more followers than the average scientist. He's got 68,000 followers, or he's following, and he's got 3.2 million followers. And so when he tweets about science, people pay a lot more attention. He's got, again, political things that are more relevant information about that. But he does, if you scroll down, tweet about women and artificial intelligence. Why do scientists change their minds? He's got political things. He's got all sorts of science videos mixed in with real life videos. And he does a great job of being active on science Twitter and communicating with his followers and explaining why some of the stuff is important. So I think that he does a great job there. Okay, let's look at my favorite science Instagram person. So Darian makes really fun videos about science concepts and about life in the lab. So if we're looking at this one about substrate near an enzyme active site, right? So like cute little videos about science stuff. I highly recommend this. I think some of the topics he does are really, really great. Great ways of explaining things. Okay. Raven the scientist, Raven the science maven, she is a molecular biologist and has a wonderful Twitter. Her most famous video is her first video. She explains a lot of topics, so I recommend a lot of these, but this is her most famous Twitter video. She wipe it down, Clorox, wipe it down, Lysol, wipe it down, Clorox, wipe it down, wash your body, wash your hair, and wash your hands too. Get the smoke coming down and show me how you do it. Lysol, wipe it down, Clorox, wipe it down, Lysol, wipe it down, Clorox. She made some COVID videos. Here's the moral of the story. They are top notch. So I recommend taking a look at that. And then finally, we've got ASAP Science. They've got millions of subscribers as well. They make little cartoon videos that I think are really good, explaining things that are happening, which are wonderful climate stuff, brain stuff, science songs, to help you memorize stuff like the Pi song. Again, top notch. So the point is that there are lots of different scientists who use social media to communicate with the public, and you can too. So just follow those simple rules and get talking.